Guys, with me, I'm going to tell you exactly what I did, what I'm doing, and what I'm going to do, and why I'm doing it. Because we've always been like this. Go read the Bible, the Torah, okay? Moses doesn't go sneak around on Pharaoh. He comes up to him and says, Here, this is what I did. Here's what I'm doing. Here's what I'm going to do. Here's why I'm doing it. Okay. You think I'm arrogant and cocky. Okay, but I'm right. You're wrong. I'm good. You're bad. I'm truthful. You're a fucking liar. Okay. And then David, hey, Samuel in the Bible with the dude with the that's with Saul. He takes the sword out and goes, I'm going to go find somebody that's worth the shit. I'm going to go get, the Lord told me that the Spirit of the Lord was in Jesse's house. I'm going to Jesse's house. And Mordecai, right in front of, hear what's going on? What the Bible do that? Esther, she didn't trick nothing. Okay. Now, when we're in extenuating circumstances, like Schindler's List, when we get in really bad circumstances, that's when we have to be like, no, the Swartzes are not the Franks are not in my basement, Mr. Himmler. No, I don't, the Franks? Do you want some hot dogs? You want an El Hot Doggo instead of a taco? So you're a black person trying to play basketball in El Paso? Okay. Via Disney? Okay, so Earl, but nah, with David, with Goliath, he told him, here's what I did, he won't believe he was going to do. Okay. He didn't tell him he was going to, he did. He had a slingshot. Okay. He was in a shepherd's robe. He had some sandals on and a slingshot. He was not in any warrior regalia. Okay. He said, this is all I need to stop you. And Goliath laughed at him. And David proved it to him. Sounds a lot like me. Yeah, it does. Jesus too. I know, like Jesus with the Roman Empire said, in 3 days, and then obliterate the entire Roman Empire, and no one will ever declare Caesar God again, which has not happened, and God will be God. But then the Romans said, joke's on you, we made you God. Yeah. But y'all did that with Caesar too, and that shit didn't work either. Hey, is that a Peyton Manning commercial with the black comedian dude playing Caesar and what happens in Las Vegas stays in Las Vegas? They have quantum computing now, and you don't need the surveillance, guys. All you need with quantum computing is just like life's eternal, grace is infinite. Share a car given course need but to last. Forgive debt and trespass, love one eternal, faithful piss. Now, who's doing that? Who's did that? Who's doing that? And who's going to do that? And why is they doing it? Because it's right. It's hitting the mark. Okay, who's not doing that? Quando. See, so I can tell you who's not. Xi in China, Putin in Russia, Zelensky in Ukraine, Kim in Korea, Trump in Los Estados Unidos. I don't know the lady's name in Mexico. I haven't paid that much attention. I don't know what her name is. The last one I remember, the president of Mexico, I remember the name was Vicente Fox. Because I was like, his name is Fox? How the fuck you get a name like Fox? Is Fox a Spanish word? I had no idea. How do they say it? Isn't it pronounced differently in Spanish? I don't know. I'm just being facetious. I know. So you watch this stuff and these motherfuckers are crazy. I said it. I know it's not polite to say that because Muslims are supposed to be polite. But you got to understand that Jesus, when he cleared the temple, he cussed people out in Aramaic. And in Arabic and Arabic, you have been cussed out in there. It's a lot of hot, like Hanukkah, with Angelica on the Rugrats there. It's Hanukkah. You got a hack when you say that. Well, when you get cussed out and you in Solomon's temple, you got hocked that motherfucker. And so, motherfucker's got some hock to it. It's got some hock. It's got lots of spit a loogie on you because you acting nasty. Girl. I don't care. I do not care if I offend people. Okay? I'm the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer. And you say that children need to fight for money to sexually procreate. I don't give a poo-poo yogurt motherfucker if I offend you or not. Okay? Ask me for more money to go poop, fuck, or survive being poisoned by extortion and exploitation. Stand up and say, we need more of it. Let's all get together in a panel. Let's have a popularity contest and vote whose money is more organic, sexy, and can solve all our problems better with the best technology in the history of fuckingdom. I said it, fuckingdom. I'll say it again. Your shit is fucked up in fuckingdom. Okay, do you understand? And then I was watching stuff with Chrissy Nolan about the stuff getting edited in CBS, right? And it'd be like, guys, when you understand freedom, people can pick up and move to the Nevada desert, Imperial Valley, Death Valley, right? Try to get it away, have the castle out in the desert with Charlie Chan and shit, you know. You go out there like, why? Well, because I like having sex with my daughters, and my wife likes having sex with my daughters, and we film it and we masturbate to it. Okay, that's too much information. I did not want to know that. Okay, now if the daughters don't like that, okay, this is thousands and hundreds of thousands of millions of years in the making now. Okay, you know how many tribes I inbred? Do you know, Richard Dawkins, we have lots of archaeological evidence all the way back to that there was lots of penises in the architecture. Have you watched? Oh yeah, watch that there movie with the they did a remake with it with the hot guy, and they had the other guy, the Russell Crowe guy, and they had all the big penises in the middle of the penises, rock penises. Rock penis. Is that a B-52 song? I don't know. Could you help me out, Jafar? I'm sorry. Yeah, but penises. Those are penises. In that movie. Those are rock penises. Those are phallic symbols. When you go to Egypt, all this great... Okay, that's a big giant penis. Washington Monument. That's a big penis. Without its foreskin, non-circumcised, it's an African penis. North African penis. And the pyramid is a womb. And the big gold on top was the vagina. Okay? That's what it was meant to replicate, guys. Because they worshipped themselves. So... And most of the early civilizations were giant, aggressive sex cults that used sexual prowess to recruit people to the tribe. Richard Dawkins, 101. Okay, do you understand? Oh, Mary, this London's a wonderful sight, with people both working by day and by night. They don't sow potatoes, nor barley, nor wheat, but there's gangs of them digging for gold in the streets. Washington, D.C., Chicago, Philly, Baltimore. I miss my dinghy in the Chesapeake, man. I got to get back to Baltimore. Sonny James, if you haven't, should. That's not one of his best songs. Minute You're Gone, Behind the Tear, True Love's a Blessing, Young Love, Room in Your Heart. That's a good one. Room in Your Heart. Son of a bitch, what else is there? Don't ask me. That one used to freak me out because I'd always go to Mom, how do he sound like that? Because he'd be talking and it's like, I don't know how our love was so great. It's so close to my heart. I can't tell you why she's gone, but I don't know why she said goodbye. So if you must know, don't ask me, ask Marie. Right? And you're like, how did he go from sounding like Jim Reeves? He sounds like Gomer Pyle. And then he'd be sounding like that. But then you go watch Gomer Pyle. But Jim Nabors really don't sound like Gomer Pyle. He pretends to sound like Gomer Pyle. But Sonny James really sound like Gomer Pyle. Well, he don't sound exactly like Gomer Pyle. But he got that sweet little, like there's another dude to do that is, and he don't stutter while he's singing, Mel Tillis. Mel Tillis got that country dude. And then all of a sudden he starts singing. It's like, what the fuck happened? He ain't saying, no, because Herman talk like, Mrs. Brown, you got, he talks the same way he sings. Okay. But then like loose ends, no, Carl and Jane, they don't talk like they sing. Okay. They sing like the fifth dimension and you know what I'm saying? And then they talk and it's like, oh, I say, would you like? It's a zebra. A zebra? A zebra. It's a zebra. And a zebra. That's how we say it in England. A zebra? A zebra. That does kind of sound nice. It's got a nice kind of zing to it. It sounds like a little bit more fanciful and magical. A zebra. Look, it's a zebra. Look at all the stripes. You can't even... It makes it real hard for the predators to pick out just one to try to attack and eat. Isn't that ingenious, the way the zebras came up with that? They're quite creative animals. They created themselves that way. Them and the unicorns, of course. Let's go, guys. We're always there. You know how Jesus said, you know, they screw shit up. So you can't take the Bible verbatim. But there's always going to be kind of shit that you can't be in control, because then you become this demon. This, I control everything. So you got to just be good and be right and be loving, be kind, be protecting, and then give people those options. So if the girl's like, but I don't want to move to Death Valley in the castle on Charlie Chan and have sex with my parents and have a film, I want to go pick out the guy I want to be with, and I don't want to, okay? You know what I'm saying? And half this stuff that's happening anymore, how do we know it's still happening because of biological conditioning, and that it's not happening because of scientific study from perverts? I don't know why she said goodbye. So because we've had so many, you know, in Germany when they had a lot of incest, and they said that, and the same, what was it? You remember the Scarlet Letter of Hester Prynne? She bewitched him, and she made him want her. You know, it's like, well, that's not hard to do. She's like, fine. And then the guy, I swear, it was wrong to sit there and say that you ain't gonna be fruitful and multiply, and you're gonna not have a kid because you don't want to lose the soul to hell. Because losing the soul to hell is pretending there's a magic athlete and turning Jesus into Zeus and Apollo and all them crazy ass motherfuckers. Aphrodite. I mean, grow the Venus up, motherfucker. Okay, send a little girl for you to thrill. A girl who wants your kisses in your arms. A girl for all the charms of you. Okay. Venus, goddess of love that you are, surely the things I ask can't be too great a task. Venus, if you do, I promise that I'll always love her true. I'll give her all the love I have to give as long. But women are shallow. If I was a woman that was, you know, loved people, I'd sit there and go, if I stand up for Earl with the Lord's Prayer, I wonder if Emma can sit with her daughters and watch Dad recover, because he's not, the brain activity that's relative isn't destroying his brain activity because it's not stopping. And wouldn't it be beautiful to see a beautiful, brave, courageous man anonymously giving us, redeeming the Gospels, and then come and love that man and watch it heal him and be a part of that healing? If I was a gorgeous woman that wanted to live the Lord's Prayer, I would think that. I would think, but that sounds like the best science experiment that I'd ever want to participate in the history of the world. Temple of Suet, poo-poo potty, go flesh yourself, right? Okay, guys, I'm going to go. Let's load this one up, and we'll see if we can book him, Dano. Dun 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 dun. Bum 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 bum. Alex Olaf, yeah, he's cute, isn't he cute? He's got a foreign accent. I think he's from like New Zealand or Australia. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. He's cute though.